on It's Gorgeous Radio, and I'm Coco. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Today I have,
Suliba,
and he has his business of.
by agencies of American Income Life.
Okay, first tell us a little bit about yourself. Kind of go backwards to bring us up forward.
Absolutely. First and foremost, thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
Appreciate it.
Just to give you a little heads up, the first show that I had with Donna, they're affiliated with each other.
Yep, Donna. So Donna works out of my office, and we're located out of Lanham.
Okay.
And
So that's around the corner in this area.
it is.
Okay, and so you don't just deal with just Lanham people, you deal with, but I'm not trying to tell you all his information off the break, but you deal with D.C., Maryland, and Virginia.
Absolutely.
Okay. So go back a little bit and just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, blah, blah, blah.
So originally, I'm from Guinea, West Africa.
Get out. Wow. Won't get into that. My aunt is an interpreter, so I've been all over. Guinea is so beautiful.
Have you been?
God. Yes, Lord. Yes, yes.
What part?
That I can't remember. But yes, that was when I was probably like 5, 6,
Okay.
7.
It's a beautiful country.
Yes.
So my parents moved, me and my siblings here to the States in Philadelphia in 1992.
Oh, wow. You were from Guinea to Philly. Wow. Okay.
Big change.
Yes, that's a humongous change.
It was freezing when we first got here.
Oh, my God. Y'all ain't never had no cold weather. Wow. That's interesting. Wow. Okay, so you got cold weather.
Yep, got cold weather. So I was young, 10 to age of 9. So obviously, it's not like I had a choice. I just had to pack my stuff and go.
Right. Okay.
And so, so I like I said, grew up in Philadelphia and went to St. Rose of Lima Elementary School, West Catholic High School. Played sports, and I started out college in St. Cloud State University out in Minnesota,
Oh.
where it was even more cold.
Oh, my God. Okay, I don't mean to laugh so much, but you even went from cold to like, I don't even know what to say. Yeah,
Freezing.
Ugg all the way. You got to wear Ugg boots, Ugg clothes, Ugg. Yes, that was
Yes,
cold.
when you breathe, your nostrils freeze. That's how cold it is.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay, so you remember all of that
I do.
because you're used to the hot, and only thing you all had to worry about is the storm, the wind storms. If
Yep.
you had that, and that's like September, October, November, December.
Yep, a lot of rainstorms. And
No,
like really heavy too.
windstorms.
Wind-
The sandstorm.
Sandstorms.
Yeah, that's all you had to really worry
Yep,
about.
some
per
parts
se.
of Africa for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so now your body's kind of used to the cold.
Yeah, I'm used to it now. This is too hot for me out there today.
Really?
It's too hot. Way
It's
too
like
hot.
one and some change in any part of Africa I've been in, and you're closer to the equator and the sun. So, yeah, you go to Africa, I swear, 5 to 10 minutes, you are two colors, your colors.
You definitely get darker.
Yes,
That's for
Lord.
sure.
Yes.
So I always joke and say people have to catch up to my tan at some point. So good luck with that.
I'm not there yet. But okay, I'm still trying to catch.
So finished. I actually finished college at Temple University.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, in Philadelphia. So I graduated, and I for 2 years was going around interviewing, and one of those situations where nobody would hire me, and they would tell me specifically is because I don't have the experience. I'm sure
Right,
a lot of people can
right.
relate to that.
Exactly.
Yep, and so my attitude is I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to get experience
experience if
no
you
one
don't
is
hire me.
exactly. So
Right.
yep, so so while finishing up college, I actually started a small business working out of IKEA of assembling furniture.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. So you ended up probably doing what you did was you got people to make their furniture or not make it, but put it together.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
That was smart. They say people like us, and don't take this wrong, I'm not trying to be prejudiced or nothing, but they say we are embedded with the knowledge of just creating ideas and businesses. That was good. Okay.
Absolutely. Yep. So I did that for a couple of years, and ultimately I ended up kept interviewing and going around interviewing with a lot of companies, and was extended offers by insurance sales companies. But the reason I didn't pursue it initially was because they were all really for, let's start having you sell to your friends and family, and I personally had no interest in that.
Okay.
And so,
And can I ask you, why would you not want to sell to your friends and family? I'm just curious.
well, we know how that goes. First and foremost, at some point you run out of friends and family, you know. And
Yeah.
yeah, and two, I don't want to start reaching out to people I've been close to for years and years and years.
And then something happens.
And well, my phone calls start getting ignored because I'm trying to sell them something. They're all running away from me.
Got you. Okay, just curious.
Absolutely. Yep. So I actually stumbled my way through American Income Life's doors. Went in with the attitude of didn't know anything about the company or what the company did. This was in 2010, and I went in with the attitude of, if this is another financial services or insurance company, I just have no interest. And I mentioned that to the guy who ended up doing my interview, and his response to me was, well, let me ask you, how long did it take you to get here? And I said, well, about 45, 50 minutes or so. And he asked me if I had anywhere else to go. And I said, no, I don't, because I was unemployed at the time. Already, arranged for a babysitter, so I didn't have anything else to do.
Okay.
And he says, well, you're here already. What does it hurt to hear the information? I think you'll like what you hear. And I said, I highly doubt it, but, I found over the years that our mind is really like a parachute. It only works when it's open. And so I was open to hearing the information, and, immediately fell in love with the company because there was no prospecting to your friends and family.
Okay, so this company is not like a level up company or a pyramid scheme type of thing.
Well, every company there's levels. Obviously,
Right.
There's always an owner and people who work below that person.
But you know
right?
what I mean.
I
by
do.
That
I
level
do.
Up.
And so it is ultimately it is a company where you can come in. But what's beautiful about it is the fact that you don't have to recruit anybody. You don't have to.
You don't have to
sell
make
your
a
friends
certain
and
amount of. You ain't got to pay into a certain amount of money, and then get a certain amount of people up underneath your belt. Is that what you're saying?
You do not have to get a certain amount of. You don't have to get anyone under your belt. You can just do your job and make your own money
and
just
no pay-ins.
No. Well, you have to pay for a license to do what we do.
Oh, okay.
But you don't have to pay the company.
And
You pay the state.
Only reason why, and I don't want you to think I'm badgering you.
No, not at all.
But I just don't want people to be like, okay, here we go again.
Yep.
Because I'm that one to be like, for real, so I got to pay you, and then how many people you want? Just give me the product. If I want that product, just let me pay for the product and
Yep.
keep it pushing. And that's what a lot of these programs are, and
Yep.
I'm tired of it, like pyramid schemes, because I'm not going to get anything. What you going to give me, $20, $100 back off of $500, $600, $700, $800? So I'm only throwing this out for the people who are like minded like me.
Right.
Who wants to be like, okay, we're not in for this, but keep it going. Let me
But
hear it.
I think just to address that, I think there's a lot of misconception here. Because it's not so much of, and every company has different business models, obviously.
Right, exactly.
Like, for example, with our organization, like I said, you do have to get a state-issued license to do what we do.
Now, what is the state issue license?
It's an insurance license. And license to
and
sell
I would
insurance.
have never known that you had to have a license to
Yep.
sell insurance.
Well, it's just like, if you go to the hair salon, whoever's doing your
You
hair,
gotta have a license
they're
for
supposed to
that.
have a license.
But for insurance, no. I just thought that was like a class or so, or you just say, okay, here we go, this is what you do.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, Walmart or something. So
Yep.
okay, so I'm learning as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So you do have to get a license to do what we do, and at the end of the day, it is ultimately your license. It belongs to you.
Okay.
One thing that I do, if I decide to bring folks on board because of this misconception, is one of the first things I to demonstrate to you that I'm in this with you is I'll actually help you with some of those fees.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay.
So I'll help you pay some of those fees and even incentivize you to cover some other parts of the fees because there are state fees and there's you got to go to school. Schools cost.
Okay,
right?
so let's just go back for people who may want to do this. You don't have to go dollar to dollar, but kind of get it to the nitty gritty to get people how. And I know this is a little bit off of what we're going to go to, but we're going to get back to you
Yep.
as of what your business is. But so that in case somebody is interested in being, what is it? What do they got to do? Can they be a felon? Can they be a normal person? What are
Sure.
the rules and regulations?
Sure. So I truly believe in my heart that that anyone can succeed at what we do. I do believe that in my heart, right? What we do is not for everybody. That being said, right? Because there are certain things that some people are not going to be willing to bring to the table to get the success levels that they're coming here for. If that makes any sense.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. What do you mean by that? And again, I'm not trying to criticize. I'm not
Yep.
trying to break this guy down. I just want everybody, because like a lot of my crowd is people with disabilities, because I have one.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want you to break that down so that they know. Would this be something that I can do? Do I have to take a lot of tests?
No, there's not a lot of tests. There's one state exam that you have to take.
Okay, and what is that like?
It's an insurance license exam.
So I guess you
it's
study
multiple-
for this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So the state requires for you to do 20 credit hours.
Okay.
All right.
That's not bad.
And you have to go through schools the states approve of course.
Okay.
And when you finish that course, then you have to test at a state testing center.
Okay.
Yep.
That's cool.
So when you do that, then you apply for your license, and once your license is issued, you can start working with us. But to go back to what you were saying about felons and all this other stuff, so ultimately that decision is on the state. It's not on me.
Okay.
Okay.
I just was curious.
If I feel like, if I hire a human being, I don't hire the resume, I don't hire people's background
that's
or
how it's
anything like
supposed to
that.
be,
Yep.
but you know.
I hired a human being. Why? Because we are dealing with human beings. We're dealing with other people.
Whatever you did in the past is what's just past.
It is.
Right now, we'll be in a few minutes. It'll be the past. So
Well, reality is, I think that if none of us were given at some point in our lives a second or a third chance, we wouldn't be where we are today. So I think everyone deserves a second or even third chance sometimes.
Right.
So if the state approves you to license you, then I'm all for it. As long as but usually certain things, obviously they're not gonna, because ultimately if I go to your house, for example, to do a presentation for you,
okay.
by the time I leave, if you decide to enroll into a program, by the time I leave, I'm taking an application for you. You're giving me your full name, doctor's information, your social, banking information. So obviously if you have certain things in your criminal background where
That's gonna come
you
out.
were scamming people financially, they're probably not going to approve that.
So what is your, like, if you come and I know I'm skipping, and please keep up.
No, you're good.
Because if I don't say something, I need you to make sure that I say it.
Yep.
So if you come, so I'm hey, how are you? I'm Coco. Nice to meet you. Now, where do we go from here?
As far as the interview,
Yeah, for your interview part, not on what we're doing now, but just kind of tell me what you would do.
if you were to come into my office?
Yes.
Oh yeah, sure. So we do. Obviously, I can't guarantee anyone a position.
Okay. Not a position, but how you would. I'm sorry.
As a client?
How would
as a
you
client.
tell me what? Okay, you just met me, so what would you tell me to say? Let me think about this.
So, we do a presentation. We have a
Okay,
presentation.
and what's the presentation like?
It's for our products and services. So we
Okay.
provide no cost benefits to everyone we see.
Okay.
Everyone gets no cost $2,000 to $3,500 life insurance policy on
Okay.
us. All right. You get child safe ID kits if you have kids
Okay.
under 18, so we can make sure you document their information and connect them with the Amber Alert system. You get a discount card for health services to help you save some money on your out-of-pocket expenses. So you get all these things at no cost. And then, we present our products and services to you, as far as the life insurance portion. And
Okay.
if that's something that you want to do, it's up to you.
Hold on 1 minute. Do we have a clip of that we could show about his life insurance and things of that nature?
No, I didn't receive that.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure that we add that towards the end of this particular show, because I was going to say that could be shown, and therefore people could kind of see it.
Yep.
Okay. So kind of, because it's not able to be shown at this present moment, can you kind of go into a little bit of that clip to say, okay, how would you do a presentation. Does that make sense to
Yeah,
you?
so, well, we have a laptop presentation. Obviously, it's structured.
Right.
But it's nothing much more than the conversation I'm having with my client. That's all it
Okay.
is. It's just a
So you need to
conversation.
know, like, my age, my birthday, what's wrong with me, if I have any. Now, what if, like, and I'm not going to get into too much of mine, but, okay, disability,
Mm-hmm.
I have disorders, I have depression, serious. Do you all accept people who have things of that nature, or are you like, oh, hold on, this is a disability? Okay, that's a red flag. Depression, that's a red flag.
Yep.
Or
So-
are you kind of like open to that?
Yeah, so every company there is different. Every company has its own underwriting guidelines, and obviously we have our own as well.
Okay.
There are certain things that we are not willing to approve, right?
Okay.
We do underwriting. So if
Okay.
I'm sitting with you, I'm going to ask you a series of questions to see if, if there's anything that our company would disqualify, you would be disqualified based on our guidelines.
Okay.
Because every company has, legally has the right to say, oh, we're not willing to insure. It's just like car insurance. If you had 4 car accidents in the last month and I had none,
Right.
right?
That take you before me.
Exactly.
So what can people, I mean, I don't know, I know you don't want to really like tell people, but is it like something that will like stick out to say, okay, he said that, okay, I'm gonna stay away from that? Is it anything, or you got to kind of like listen to everybody's story and then go from there?
Yeah, you have to, it's case by case.
Okay.
And sometimes I don't
Okay.
even know. I have to just take an application, send it to the company and leave it in their hands. If they're willing
Okay.
to approve you, that's the company. I'm not the one paying out the claim ultimately. It's the company.
Right. So a policy runs from the hypothetically low to what?
Every person is different.
Different. I
Yeah,
figured
every person
that.
is different
Right.
because it's as far, and again, this is another misconception here. There is no such thing as a discount for life insurance. No such thing.
I don't know. I don't.
Yep.
My
So
mother
people-
has been doing all this
Yeah.
all my life, so I
So-
haven't had to worry about it.
Yeah, so most people are
Mm-hmm.
attracted, obviously, to large coverage numbers, right, for a small
Right.
premium. But ultimately, there's only 2 types. It's either a whole life policy, which is more expensive
Mm-hmm.
because it lasts your whole life and the premiums don't change, or it's a term life policy, which is going to expire at some point in your life. Those
I
are the
know I
ones
got
that
a
are
whole.
cheaper.
I'm quite sure I got a whole lot. I know she has it. I mean, I know a lot of black people are not into that, and I think on a lot of levels, like when people die, this, that, and the other, you driving down the street, the way these people are driving now, you need to have a little bit more. Like I know I have State Farms, and I know I got this what they consider walking insurance. So if I'm in your car, you ain't got no insurance, I'm covered.
Yep.
If I'm walking down the street, and I know this sounds weird, but people are driving across the street. So if I'm walking across the street, as long as I am doing everything legally,
Yep, you're covered.
I'm 100% covered.
Yep.
And I don't even want to tell you how much money I have or how much money I'm covered for, but yeah. So if I'm walking down the street on the sidewalk and somebody comes across, oh yeah, if my mom makes it, she's 90, she's going to live good.
Yeah.
But it's a sad thing because a lot of the population like me, they don't do that.
Yep.
Nor so going to the doctor, So let's just say we're talking to you, do we have to go to the doctor? Do we have to get, I know what I'm trying to say, but can
Physical?
you pull, yeah.
Yeah. So that's at the discretion of the company. If you have any ailments, chances are they're probably gonna pull
Ask
medical
for that.
records and see,
Okay.
hey, does this really check out?
Okay.
Because ultimately, what you have to remember and understand and respect is the fact that it is a policy to cover you for your life, right? So if you're close to death, they're probably not going to be willing to give
Like,
you
oh, look,
exactly.
So if
They're
I'm
not going
90, we're going to be short.
Yeah, well, you can get coverage age-wise, but medically,
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
medically,
So
well,
if my mom is 90, she can stick in some
well,
more.
not nine. So 80 is the last year we can cover people.
Oh, see,
but
y'all.
I don't know. Some companies may be willing to cover her.
Right.
I don't know.
I know.
But the
she's-
older you
she's
are, the more
healthy.
expensive
I
it
know.
is.
I
Yep.
figured that. Wow. Okay. But that's good to know because people out here, especially like I said, I deal with people with disabilities. I deal with people that's like day to day. So if you say 80, okay, let me go back a little bit and say, okay, I'm 55. I'll be 55 next Friday. Okay, so maybe I
Well,
should
happy
get into
early
it.
birthday.
No. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, so you should probably get insurance. I mean, now explain to us insurance. What does it really do for people that either if I die or before I die or if I'm still here? Break down insurance on your end of your business?
Yeah. So I think that a lot of people out there think life insurance specifically is to leave someone else rich. That's not what it was designed to do. Okay. What it was really designed to do is, first and foremost, if anything happens to someone passes away, what's the first thing we all have to do? We got to bury the person, right?
Yeah, you got to make phone calls and then
got to make phone calls.
Yes.
We got to bury the person, right?
Right. Okay.
So if you don't have a policy, what's going to happen is you're putting that burden on your family to reach out to
Right.
other people, pass the collection plate, all these GoFundMe's, where you can actually just take care of something as small as a burial policy, for your family this way, because we don't know. No one has a crystal ball. We don't know when we're going to go.
So on your insurance, you have that.
Yes, we do.
Because I have a tattoo. My girlfriend died, but her husband died, and it was like 3 months, 3 years. No, it's 3 years, 3 months, 3 days, 3 hours. Everything was 3, and he died like July, August. They didn't bury him until like October.
Yep.
And I felt so bad. And I mean, if people see me, they probably know who I'm talking about. He was in like, let's put this as my phone and put a body in that. And I'm like, oh my God, like really, dudes?
Yep.
You mean to tell me you got several kids and you all could not have put something together to at least get him a box, like a paper box?
Yeah. Well, not only that, this is why it's so important to understand as adults, it really is our responsibility, right? Like we have the iPhones, we have the, all the tech, now we have the iPads and cars and all this other stuff, right? So why, if you're paying, I don't know, $120, $30 a month for a cell phone, why can you not pay $20, $30 a month for a life insurance policy for your family to be able to put you on the ground?
Because if anything, a lot of times, can't you use your life insurance for yourself? Is that true?
Because it's life insurance. Now,
so it's
here's
only
the thing.
for when I die.
When you die, that's what it's for. Here's the thing, though. Whole life policies do build cash value, so you can take that cash value out if you choose to.
Didn't know that. See.
Yep.
Now, can you repeat that and say that one more time for the people that maybe like,
So whole life policies build, it's like, so the difference is there's whole life, there's term life, right? This is the simplest way I can explain it to you. So imagine you own a house and I'm renting an apartment, right? I'm never going to own the apartment, obviously, right?
No.
But do you own your house?
Yes,
you
Lord.
do. So you pay down, as you pay down on the mortgage, you're building up equity in your house, right?
Yes.
So the same way that works, you can go to the bank and say, hey, can I get some of my equity money?
Okay. So now, is that something we got to pay back?
It is. You do have to pay back with interest, and that's a federal law.
But now, if I died and I pulled from it, then what happens?
So say your coverage is $50,000 of whole life, and you have $10,000 of cash value,
That's
right?
what I was gonna say.
So if you pull that $10,000 out, you die. The company is going to pay out the $50,000 minus the $10,000
Gotcha.
and the interest.
That's not bad. That's not.
No, it's not
I
bad.
mean, that's not something like that. Oh my God! I'm aware.
Right.
So that's not bad.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a good feature to have, but you
yes.
should, my personal opinion is you should never take a life insurance policy out specifically to take that cash value.
No,
because
but
it's for your
that's
family.
Just like hypothetically.
I know, but it is for a rainy day though. Yeah, it's for a rainy day.
Like I know, like you can do the reverse mortgages and all this type of stuff. Things happen. Like I was telling my mom the other day. Yeah, you need to make sure you put me on everything so that even if you die now, if I want to do reverse mortgage, I don't have to worry about it. I can just say, okay, I want a refrigerator in this part of the room. I want a pool. Because I'm not going to pay. I ain't got to worry about it. And I don't have nobody behind me. I hate to say it. because I'm the only one.
There you go.
But
So
wow,
let me
okay, but
finish
yeah, go on.
finish
I'm
my
sorry.
thought on the
I'm
because you
sorry.
asked me a question about what's life insurance for. What is it,
Okay,
right?
yes.
So again, when you die, the first thing your family has to do is bury you. So that's
Right.
the first thing it really is designed for, right?
Okay.
So the second thing is if you know if I'm seeing a guy who has a family, for example, right, and he has a wife and kids. Right, say it's Joe, Mary, and you know their
Whoever,
kids,
right.
right? So if Joe dies, what's going to happen is the first thing his wife needs to do is bury him.
Right.
Right. So once his wife buries him, now she either is going to go from a 2-income household to one, or worst case scenario, maybe he was the only one working. Now she goes to no
Zero,
income.
right.
Right. So now we need to look at replacing his income.
Right.
Okay. So our program replaces his income, whatever he was bringing home. If it's $3,000 a month, we send that
Get
to his
out.
wife every single
And how
month
long is that?
for 3 to 5 years, depending on which program they pick.
Okay, so now the programs are not long term and short term, what you were
They are.
saying earlier.
They are. It's a combination of the two.
Oh, okay.
Now that they're not going to need forever. Here's why: because at some point they're going to retire. The kids are going to be out of the house, right? So at some point, and then they're going to be receiving his retirement income and pension or whatever the case is. So when she's receiving that, even when he dies, she still will receive it. It's going to be cut down, obviously, but she's still receiving income.
So what if you have SSI?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of trying to make some scenarios, and the person is not like, I'll put me in the, what do you get? SSI, and let's just say you and I were husband and wife. So I get SSI, that's like 8 something. I know it's around that amount. Food stamps, and I didn't work. So, and if I'm 55, would I get that from throughout until I die, or is something I gotta pay in something for, or would that just hold me throughout?
Are you talking about as far as the SSI and you know that kind of
Right.
stuff?
Yeah.
That I don't know. I don't have the answer to
No,
that
no, no,
question.
no, 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 no. Okay, let me try it. Okay, all I get is SSI.
Okay.
And
That's your
then
income. Hmm.
That's the income.
Yep.
That's 800
Yep.
plus what you're giving me. So therefore, if I did not work, but he worked, is there like a cutoff? Like, okay, she's 55. When she's 65, we gotta cut her off.
No. So the way it works is really so ultimately the income protection portion. It's a certain amount. There's a face amount to it. For example, say it's 100,000.
Okay.
Okay. We'll
So
pay
what's
out
that
until
get?
that 100,000 is done.
Oh wow. Okay. So
Okay.
hypothetically, how much 100,000? What would that end up
Depends on your age and all this
to be?
other
Okay,
stuff.
but just give me something hyper. Like I'm 55, so give me, would it be 65? Would it be 70? I'm just curious. This is just for people to kind of work this
Yeah,
out.
I got you. So it's the older you are, the more it's going to cost. I can't say a specific number. I don't have
I
a
just
rate
kind
book
of wish
on
you
me.
would kind of, okay. And I get it. I understand that everybody's different, but just to kind of, I'm a person that if you give me a hypothetical,
Yep.
I can kind of see that and I can work that in. But
Well,
okay.
I think here's the most important thing. This is why I said again, it's not about leaving someone with a bunch of money. That's not what it's about.
No.
Right? What it's about is making sure, first and foremost, if you're taking a policy out, it needs to be affordable for you. Right? Okay. Even if you're not working, you still need to be able to pay for it. Yep. And so if I give you something that's, I don't know, $80 a month, and 2, 3, 4 months down the line, and you pay for it and you drop it, guess what? You just gave the insurance company money for nothing, right? Because your family's not going to get that. So it needs to be affordable for you. So we work with our clients to make it affordable for them and give them what they need at that moment. And we revisit every couple of years to keep building onto that if we need to.
How long has this been in business?
The company's been in business since 1951.
So how come we haven't heard of it?
So that's a great question.
All I've heard is Gerber's.
Yep, I'm glad you asked.
My mom is. I mean, you know.
I'm glad you
and
asked.
I'm not trying to get into my mom, but like in federal.
Yep.
Like I know I'm good. I hate to say it. When 9/11 hit, the person who I worked for was the one who did these packages. So either 65 or 75, I'm good. But
Yep.
it would be nice to maybe just a tad a little bit more.
I got you. So here's the thing. So most people have never heard of us because we don't advertise. Okay, our company does not
So
advertise.
this is your first time. Woo, we first time advertising. Okay.
Yeah, I guess it is. So we don't advertise. We normally work with labor unions, credit unions, and private associations. All right, so our company gets contracts with unions and such in the area, and so those unions would send letters out to their members, for example. Okay, and if the member is interested in hearing more about our services, they send us a card back.
Okay. So
That's where our leads
person
come
off
from.
the street can't get with you.
They can.
Okay.
So up until a couple, years back, our programs were not available to the general public. But what started happening is, our members started saying, "Hey,
Right.
this is great. I need
Right.
my mom and dad to get this too. Can they get it?" So the company allows them to sponsor other folks
So
into
you
the
got,
program.
This is like the credit union.
Yep,
You got a
exactly,
sponsor.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Yep. And so let me just finish the
I'm sorry.
original question.
I know
No
I'm
worries.
throwing
Yeah,
questions
no
at
worries.
you, but I'm
So-
glad you're keeping up. Good.
Absolutely. So the third part of our program is mortgage protection. Say again, Joe, Mary, and the kids, right? They own a house. So we bury them. We replace his income for 3 to 5 years. Now, if they own a house, again, if she's not working, what we're going to do, whether she's working or not, is irrelevant, I guess. We're going to pay off their home as well, so she can keep the house.
Oh, high
Okay.
five. What?
And also on top of that, each of their kids gets $100,000 policy. Okay, on the parent obviously, but to put them in a position where they can get a college education if they want to.
Wow.
Okay, they don't
Okay.
have to use it for college. They can do whatever they want with
We're
the
gonna
money.
roll this back and say that one more time for the people who may not have been, because I was like, hold on, let me re-say that. So say that one more time.
Yep. So the first part is we make sure the family, the whether it's husband or wife or both, we make sure we get them buried. Okay, that's the first part of the program. Second part is we replace their income for 3 to 5 years every single month.
Okay.
Right. Then we, if they own a home, we talk to them about protecting their mortgage. So when they die, we pay off the house, so the family keeps the house. Okay. Then the last thing is we talk to them about is making sure the kids, however many kids they have, each child could get up to $100,000 if one of the parents pass away.
Okay.
All right, up to $100,000 to use towards like a college education or start up a business, whatever they want to do with the money is
when you give
completely
it to
up to
them,
them.
it's whatever.
Whatever they want to do with the money is up to them.
Wow, that's like crazy.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so tell me a little bit. Let's go. I know you told us a little bit about yourself, but now let's go a little bit into the company itself.
Yep. So the
Like, how did this get started and stuff like that?
Yep. So the my agency. So you have to be an agency owner with our company. You can't just go buy an agency. You can have as much money as you want. You can't buy one. You have to qualify. Okay. And so I qualified after 4.5 years because I was doing well with the company, and I moved from Philadelphia to Harrisburg to kind of like go there and prove yourself. It was an agency that was not doing well at all.
Oh, wow.
And turned it around 21 months and got the opportunity. I got the phone call to say, hey, Maryland, D.C., Virginia is open because they're struggling. Would you like a shot at it? So I came here in May of 2017. Okay, and it was at the time the worst agency in the history of the company. So the last 2 years, okay, I was on stage at our annual convention accepting the award for being #1 agency in our company.
Wow. Now, what was it about the company that even made you say, And I know I'm going back and forth. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope and pray you can hang in there.
No, I'm good. So
Don't forget the other stuff you're supposed to say.
yeah. So what about this company that made me say this is the company? Because again, I was hired by other insurance companies. Remember, they wanted me to sell to my friends and family. I had no interest in that.
Okay.
This company has its own leads with these union members and such, right? And other other lead sources. And so I felt like if that's the presentation I have to do to someone who sends in a card, I think that's a piece of cake.
Right.
Don't take that the wrong way, guys. I'm not saying it's super easy. It's not a walk in the park, but it ain't hard either. If that makes any sense.
But how come we haven't heard of this? Because this is, like I said, by me knowing Donna, I never even heard of this.
Yep.
And what's the name of the company one more time?
American Income Life.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
You've heard
We don't
of Gruber?
advertise.
You have a Gerber.
Gerber.
You've heard of
Yep. Because Gerber
State
advertises.
Farms,
They advertise.
But I've never heard of you
We
all.
don't advertise. We believe in using the money we could use to advertise and pumping it back into the community. We give
Okay.
lower rates for our programs. We do things that give back to the community, like charities and we do all kinds of nonprofit donations and all kinds of stuff. We have a food bank where if any family is they don't have food, we'll bring a box of groceries out to them.
I'm getting ready to throw this out here. I do toys for tots, so
We
I'm gonna
do.
put you down.
We do.
I do
Yep,
toys for
absolutely.
tots every
Absolutely.
year, so I'm gonna put you down. I'm
Please
gonna
do.
interview you when I do
Please
my
do.
toys for tots.
Please do.
Okay.
What I'll do around that time is, because I do this a
I
couple
do that
times
in
a year.
December. I got a
December.
date.
Yep.
I don't know my date off the top, but I know it's like the 14th. It's right around the 14th, 15th, 16th. I never change
Yep.
my date.
We do contests to raise money for things like that.
Okay.
Okay. Because we have to make sure we're doing. We can't, as a company, you can't just take away from your community.
No.
You got to pour back into it.
Right. That's what
okay?
you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do,
Okay.
right? And so we do a lot of things that give back to the community, and again, you know, the lower rates. That's why most people have never heard of, because we don't advertise. Okay, we would rather use that ad money
okay.
for other things.
And I understand that, but then for me, like, let's just say McDonald's.
Yep.
Not that I'm a McDonald's, but they advertise and you be like, okay, they got something new. Okay, I'll go past there and
Yep.
try it. But you know, at least you have never heard anything negative about McDonald's.
Yep.
Burger King's, okay, yeah. KFC, yeah, you heard a lot of negative about them.
Yep.
So therefore, I'm that one that will see, okay, McDonald's is cool. I ain't heard nothing negative. I'll go with them.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes you stand out than everybody else?
The simple fact that, and I'm not saying we're the only company that does this. So one of the major problems in this industry is that you know, when people die left and right, and people have had policies and for years and years and years, and the company takes too long to pay out on a claim, because legally every company has 6 months to do so. We do as well.
Okay.
We don't do that. We pay out in 3 to 5 business days. That's what makes us unique.
Oh, wow, okay.
So because again, we got to make sure they're buried like right away.
Okay, right. Because I know, like, and I don't want to keep on bringing me. I know I ain't got to really worry about anything, and I don't even want nothing to happen. My mom is 90 years old, and Lord knows I hope she can live another 90 years. But I don't even want to have to deal with none of that.
Yep.
Because my best friend, his mom died last week, and her husband died 2 years prior to that, which I knew within myself that she wasn't gonna make it too much longer. And I know this sounds bad, so please let me apologize because I'm really blunt. But I knew, because it was her and him and her. You saw him, you saw her, you saw her, you saw him. So I knew that, and I don't think that has any problems, because his father was a minister and everybody knew him. You know, and his mom was so. And I'm not trying to go too far to the right, but I'm just trying to let people understand. My mom is 90. She taught at McKinley High School. And I know just this recently, she turned 90 in March. And I had a party for her. And some people showed up, but the people who she really, really wanted to show, and I know this is totally to the left, but I just wanted to throw this out here. Don't remember, people, I can go out this door and be done. Something could fall, I could just die. People got to realize that, and I don't know where I'm trying to go, but people just got to realize that tomorrow is not promised.
Not at all.
And the reason why I'm just kind of highlighting my mom is my mom taught at McKinley for I don't even know how long. She knew so many kids, and for people to not like honor her, I just don't know. And by you doing this, I'm definitely going to talk to my mom. I know my mom is old head. What do you talk to people who are old head that only know 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? She don't have an iPhone like I do. She's still with the analog TV. So how do you talk to these people? Because like, they get so many phone calls about, oh, we got insurance for this and they got insurance for this.
Yeah.
What do you do for people like that to guarantee that you're not going to try to take their money from them?
So we don't do anything different based on whoever they are. Here's why. Our presentation is geared in a way where we're educating instead of trying to selling. Right? I'm here to educate you and see what way can I help you.
So when you come and talk to me, I don't have to be like, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Here's the thing. My job is to give you the information. What you choose to do with it, I can't force you to buy a policy, right? I can't, even if I put a gun to your head, when I leave, you're going to call the cops, right? I can't force you to get it, right? So my job is to give you the information and treat you as if you are, like, you know, as if you are my parent or grandparent or whoever it is, right? Or brother and sister or whatever the case is. I have to treat you as a decent human being.
Right.
I got to just do my job and educate you, give you the information, and help you make the right decision
Right.
for your family.
Right. Okay. We're not done yet, but we're almost done. I just really want you to make sure that you give everybody your name, how to get in contact with you. We got about 10 more minutes. Make sure that you let everybody know how they can get in contact with you. You got email, spell it, break it down so that people can understand it. Please.
Absolutely. So my name again is Souley Ba. First name is Souley. Last name is Bah. So I'm actually going to give you my cell phone number. It's 215 Philadelphia area code. So it's 215-221-4930. Only thing I do ask is please only call or text me between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m., not after that. If it's 10 o'clock and you want to reach out to me, just wait till the next morning, please. Well, it's respect. Yeah, out of respect. All right.
Right.
And email address is preferred. Email is SOULEY, B as in boy, at BAH, BAH, agencies, AGENCIES.com. So Souley B at BAHagencies.com.
Okay, I'm not done with you yet. I just want to let everybody know that if they have a business, anything they want to promote, please let me know. 202-510-2199. Late Night Whispers on Gmail. Late Night Whispers on Facebook and Instagram. I'm out here to help anybody, everybody. If you just want to think about starting a business, I got you. I'm not that one to just drop you. If you want to do a commercial or even sponsor, and a sponsor would be like, I would say, I would do a portion of my show and I say I'm sponsored by so-and-so and so-and-so. And anytime I do anything nonprofit, you would be promoted as well. I want to go back to a few more minutes. Tell me something that maybe I didn't ask you.
Sure.
Or, because I know I did ask you a whole lot of questions.
It's all good.
And then, I guess, when can somebody, okay, I'm going to try to do 3 questions. When can somebody start? When can somebody be in the middle? And what's the end of your cutoff as of the age?
So age is 2. You have to be 2 weeks old to get a policy.
Okay.
And the
Well,
last.
I know the baby can't call for the policy.
Yeah, well, the parent, obviously.
Right.
The last year we can insure somebody, our company is 80. So when they turn 81, they can't get a policy with us anymore.
Okay. And then that 80 will last until they die?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
So
then,
can I just go back to
Sure,
one thing?
sure.
So guys, you know, it's not, as far as clientele, we have our clientele, obviously. And like I said, that's one of the things that attracted me to the company. What I'm really looking for, in addition, you know, if anyone who wants a policy, feel free to reach out. I'll get a representative out. We'll help you as best we can. But you know what I'm more looking for ultimately is so we're growing. We're a fast growing agency, and within our company, like I said, for the last 2 years, we're a #1 agency in the company. And we're looking to do, for the 3rd year straight, to become the first agency in the history of our company to win our category 3 years straight. Okay. So what we're looking to do is add to what we already have. We have a great thing going on. We want to add to what we already have. Okay. Just to give you an idea. So the kind of people I'm looking to interview, I can't promise anyone a job. Obviously, you got to go through our process and sit
you're
with
making a job interview going on. Okay.
sit with the hiring manager.
Yes.
Can't
Yes.
promise anyone a job, but do reach out. I'll definitely get you an interview. But you know, just a couple things that's gonna make us compatible. Okay, we're upbeat, we're positive. I know Donna probably has told you this. Our offices, there's a lot of fun.
Donna off the chain.
Yeah, she is. She's actually one of the greatest people I've ever had the privilege to coach in my career.
Wow.
And you know, she's phenomenal, a decent human being, the whole 9. So our office environment is fun. Like we literally high five each other in the hallway. We throw footballs around, basketballs, kick
Where's your
soccer balls.
office building?
It's in Lanham, right here.
Okay.
It's around the corner.
Okay.
So I have a pool table in the office. We have ping pong
So
tournaments,
you
all
trying to be
kinds
like
of stuff.
Google on the side?
No, not trying to be like Google.
You just
We
wanna
need to
be
be
yourself.
better. We need to
Okay,
be better.
okay, okay.
All right.
Right.
You know, Google has built a phenomenal corporation. Obviously.
Yes.
You know, you got to start from somewhere. But you know,
Somewhere,
the
right.
reason why I have the environment the way I do is because everyone has problems at home. Okay, you never know what internal battle somebody's fighting, so it costs you nothing first and foremost to be a decent human being, right?
Right.
So what I know for sure is most people can't go to work as a place of getting away from all their problems, right? Most people hate going to work. So I've created an environment where people actually enjoy being. Okay.
Wow.
So you know, people, I want because if you're at work, you got to spend time with me. I want you to want to spend
Okay.
time with me, right?
All right.
So
Well, with these suits and stuff you got going on, do I have to dress like you?
you do not actually. So
How's
Monday.
the dress code?
Actually, office dress code is relaxed. Like on Monday, I was there with basketball shorts,
'Cause you
sneakers,
look
and
like
a t-shirt.
You getting ready to go to an interview
Well,
yourself.
I had a dress
You
for the
look
occasion
GQ
here.
today,
I had a dress
okay?
for the occasion here. So Mondays and Thursdays are our office days. They're you know, fun days, and you know, we do a lot of training and meetings and stuff to make sure everyone knows how to do their job and are
Right.
doing their job. So but dress is relaxed. Like you'll see me in there in gym clothes. You
Okay,
know?
I gotta.
So
the
it's
next time I interview you, you gotta come a little casual.
no problem. No
'Cause
problem
when
at all.
he came out the car, I was like, hold on, okay.
No problem at all.
Okay, okay.
So other thing we look for is, you know, you gotta be competitive. Okay. And I don't mean necessarily like competitive in the sense of I need to beat you, right? Maybe compete with myself to prove to me that I'm able to do better.
Right.
Right. It doesn't. I don't have to compete with someone to be competitive. Right.
All right, now, so I didn't mean to cut you off, but for people who have disabilities, what do you do for them? I mean, because I know a lot of us can't take the test, a lot of us can't do this. So what do you create for them so they can feel like they're in that game?
Yeah.
playing?
So I actually not too long ago hired a guy in a wheelchair. You know, has a physical disability, and you know, he's actually in a call center position with our company at the office. So you know, if
Maybe the next time we
again,
can
I can't
interview him.
promise.
Yeah,
I can't
interview
promise.
him with you.
Oh
Right.
yeah, absolutely. I can't promise anyone a job, but you know, you have to go
Right.
through our process.
Okay.
And if we feel, you know, you're a good fit, we're, you know, because we're looking for a certain type of person. Like I say, we have a great thing going on. We're looking to add to that, not take away from it. Okay.
Now, before we close, I want you to just, because you had a long name, and I don't even know how to pronounce it. So let's kind of break it down a little bit, spell it one more time so that everybody can get it, and then we'll be almost done.
Souley is Souley. Last name is Bah.
Okay, and then the emails and all of that stuff.
Email, phone number is 215-221-4930. Email address is souleyb@bahagencies.com. I'll spell it out. It's SOULEYB@BAHAGENCIES. AGENCIES.com.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Well, I really, really, really appreciate you for coming on a Wednesday, because normally, you know, it is
My
what
pleasure.
it is. I really appreciate you. You were one of the best interviewers that I have had
Thank
so
you.
far.
I appreciate
and
those kind
I cannot
words.
wait to interview you. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, he said he does non-profit, so I'm gonna let y'all know when I'm gonna do my Toys for Tots, and I better get like $100 plus $200 for toys for these kids. This is Late Night Whispers on this gorgeous radio, and I'm Coco. Mwah! Thank you very, very much for being here tonight.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Coco. I appreciate you.
All right.